I think that imagination is one of the most important things that we have as a species. And it's why we exist as a species, because some hairy ape dared to dream about a new place to live and a new tasty food or a new idea that set our species in motion. My name is Stacey Kerr, and I am one of the co-owners of Scalliwag Toys. The first board game that I remember playing is probably like Junior Monopoly or whatever, but I also have really fond memories of this giant, it was called the Big Book of Board Games, and it was massive. It was like the same height as me when I was like 3 years old. And on each page, it was kind of like your classic games, like Snakes and Ladders. And my cousins and I used to play it a lot, or I would just make up a whole bunch of stories related to the games because I was an only child. So board games were not always a team sport for me. It was just a source of coming up with stories to tell myself to entertain myself. And I was pretty happy with that. When we initially found out that the story even existed, my position at the ROM had been made part-time, and I was trying to find more work because things were getting harder to manage and to juggle. How much are housing costs here? How much, what if we did this? What if we moved? What if we found a job somewhere else? What if we finally just went with the dream of opening our own store? It was kind of the initial like, okay, well, what competition exists out there? And that's how we found Scalliwags. We took over the store in February 2020, so 6 weeks before the first COVID lockdowns. There was a lot of fear. We had no idea what to expect. If you ask me what our business model was during the pandemic, I can't give you an answer because it changed every time there was a different announcement and every time there was a new regulation. And there was this constant having to like think of how we could help our customers and help keep them sane because they were stuck at home, that we had to quickly kind of get over ourselves and our own fears and try and find ways to help. We've tried our best to do what we can as people with a voice and business owners to try and continue to support the community that supports us and keeps us alive. Imaginative play at any age. I came up with the tagline because I hate the idea that play and fun is just for kids. I think that imagination is one of the most important things that we have as a species. And it's why we exist as a species, because some hairy ape dared to dream about a new place to live and a new tasty food or a new idea that set our species in motion. Being able to have imagination and play and creativity, it lights that fire and keeps it going. Why otherwise should we exist? And it's part of what makes us human. And sometimes just makes me a little sad. It's tough because I think it is because so many people don't have it, and it just creates this kind of cloud of negativity that we see a lot of today. And the pandemic in some ways has made that worse, but in some ways has woken people up because they had some time to be at home and reconnect with some of that joy of their childhood. I don't know, I just think the world would be a better place if more people would just sit down, play a board game, and relax and Just to find the joy that they had again when they were like a 6-year-old out exploring the world for the first time. So with our D&D nights, we started them from the ground up with just one table. And I think the first time we started again, we had 2 people. And one of our most recent nights, we're probably back up to 25, 30 people again. As a small business, the community is what keeps us alive. If the community abandons us, we go out of business. So we need to keep doing things that support our community. And as long as we can keep taking it to the next level and just inviting more people into that community, the better we're all because of it. And it's fun, it's exciting, and I can't wait to see where we go.